The Choice View here, coming at you with the latest Walking Dead issue 167, A Certain Doom. In the beginning of the issue, we see Rick crying after he sees the reveal that of the last issue that Andrea was actually bitten. He screams for help, but she was bitten on the neck, so there's nothing that she can do. Now, Rick doesn't is going crazy. This is was Andrea. She was with him from the beginning, so he just screams, even though he knows it's a lost cause. She was bitten in the neck. Michonne shows up, and then Dwight comes in after her. Dwight sees Sherry lying on the floor unresponsive, and the look he gives Rick after Rick tells him what happened between him and Sherry got me a little nervous because Rick tells Dwight that Sherry tries to stab him, and I don't know if Dwight believed it or he was just mad that she was gone. Um, Rick had he told her that Sherry stabbed me, so I had to put us 6 feet under. Um, but after the time skip, he's been one of my favorite characters. So I'm really hoping that Dwight doesn't turn sides again. Turncoat, because he turned on Negan when Negan was a bad guy, which he kind of still is, but he's been helping Rick out. But I really wish Dwight stays on the Survivor side. Andrew tells Rick what happens. He had to go outside so he can comprehend everything that she just told him. Carl talks to her. He's tough. He's a tough guy, so he takes the news well. Michonne is there for Rick outside, telling him that, everything's gonna be all right. Things are gonna get easier. Rick's like, this is The Walking Dead. We still got another 150 issues to go, so I don't know about that. Eugene comes through. He's blaming himself, but it was Andrea's choice to go save Eugene. So it's not Eugene's fault that she got bit. Then we get a full panel of everybody showing up to come see Andrea on her deathbed. And I don't know how Negan got through, but he even came. He snuck in. Rick has his last talk with Andrea. He can barely walk. I mean, he could barely look at her in the condition that she's in. Carl says that he loves her, knowing this is the last time he will get to see her, even though she's in bad condition. A little time goes by. Rick is trying to pump himself to do what he knows he has to do. Which I'm kind of surprised that nobody offered to put Andrea down for him. As Rick tells himself, I can't do it. He keeps telling himself he can't do it. Andrea screams out, yes, you can. You will. And then Rick, he just can't stop crying. As he sees Andrea's eyes go blank, he picks up the gun with the finger on the trigger, but he couldn't do it. He crawls in the bed with her. Time runs out because Andrea is a full-blown walker as she wakes up. But even as a walker, Andrea is way tougher than Sherry. She gives him a better fight than Sherry ever did. She jumps on him. Him and Rick put the gun to her head, but he still couldn't pull the trigger. He tosses his gun, and then he pulls a knife out of his back pocket. And this is the Rick that I want to see, because that was actually very clever to have a hidden knife. Because if he was in a fight with somebody, like whenever Vincent and the other guy tried to jump him, this time he would have had something ready for him. He finally does it. He stabs her in the head. And I'm guessing that he wanted to do it that way so that they can have an open casket funeral, preserve her face. As Rick walks out, everybody's standing there waiting for him. Um, Rick breaks everything down that happens. Um, because when after everybody's outside, when he pulls himself back together. He stands up and he rose like a phoenix. So I feel like this is going to be the Rick from now on. He was at his lowest point, then he got back up, and now I feel like he's gonna go to YMCA, get his legs up, get his legs right. But this was another solid issue. It was an issue dedicated to Andrea, rightfully so. Technically, the Whisperers did actually kill Andrea if you think about it, because they unleashed all the walkers. And rest in peace to Andrea. If I had an out of the box prediction for the issues to come, I would say that Beta, the leader of the Whisperers, or what's left of him, I feel like we're gonna see him infiltrate the kingdom, but he's gonna infiltrate the kingdom without his mask. So he actually might go there. We'll know who he is because he's a 7 foot tall guy, but he's not gonna have his mask on. He's gonna jump up in the ranks, and he might actually take over the kingdom. That's just an out of box prediction for that. But that was my view on the issue. Let me know what y'all think. Stop, comment, rate, and subscribe.